Hi, welcome to day 14 of 30 Days of Photoshop with me, Kevin Aronson from the Hampshire School of Photography. And we haven't got the surroundings in today. The software I've been using, I just updated to a new copy. I installed it and it wouldn't work. So I'm having to record this little introduction and a bit at the end, actually, and a middle bit, using another piece of software which doesn't have green screen facilities. So you can see my green screen. We're doing layer masks today, layer masks. And if you don't know what they are about to change your life. Well, if you thought editing using layers was fun, wait till you add masks into the calculation. Masks just take it to a whole new level. Here's a picture of Grace, which we shot in the studio, oh gosh, that's about 10 years ago, something like that. And we're going to make a duplicate of this image. So I'm going to click on the background image there, get rid of that. And I'm going to hit, on a Mac, Command J, on a PC it'll be Control J, and there we have another copy. In fact, I'm going to make two copies because I don't want to risk doing any damage to the background. And the top one, I'm going to blend with the one beneath it using the screen mode to brighten the image up. So there we are, very bright. I love the detail it's brought out in the hair, but her skin is far too bright. So we're going to use a mask to reduce the brightness of her skin. In effect, we're just going to be applying the screen mode to the areas that we want. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the Option key in a Mac or Alt key in a PC and click on this little button down here for adding a layer mask. Here we go. It's a black layer mask. They come in two types, black or white. Black hides the layer it's on. White hides the layers beneath. Black hides the layer it's on. A white one, which I can show you, a white one, hides the layers beneath. So we're not looking at these. What we're actually seeing is this. Blended with that, with the screen mode. That's why it's bright. I'm just going to toggle that back to black. You can toggle between white and black using Command or Control I for inverse. And being able to do that will make your life a lot simpler. Staying with the black mask for the moment, just bear with me. The black mask then is hiding the layer it's on. But we know that that layer is blended to the layer beneath using the screen mode, so they should be brighter. If we punch a hole in that black mask to reveal what's underneath, whatever we punch through will be brighter as a result. So I'm going over to the left hand side and I'm going to select brush, and then I'm going to select the colour that I'm painting with. It should always be the opposite colour to the mask. If the mask is black, I should be painting in white. If the mask was white, I should be painting in black. I can use my X key to toggle between those two colours. So I want white paint because I've got a black mask. Now, if I paint white on that black mask, as I paint through, the layer beneath will appear, and because the layer beneath is blended with this layer using the screen mode, it should all be, let's make sure I'm clicked on the right one because I was clicked on a photo. You can see I've actually damaged the photo, so I'm going to undo that. And now I'm going to click on the mask, and as I paint on the mask, somehow the paint's changed to black. I'm just going to change it back to white. As I paint on the mask with white, I start punching through to the layer beneath. Here we go, look at that. And suddenly the hair, which was really black and lacking any detail, I'm now getting a great deal of detail because I'm blending it with a layer beneath using the screen mode. So that's good. We've now got an image where her face is pretty much the right kind of level of brightness, but I've now got detail showing in her hair, which I didn't have before. Now you notice down here, I've kind of gone onto the skin and it looks a bit weird. Have no fear. If you hit your X key to toggle your paint, remember it was white, we just painted, and if you now toggle it so it's black and go back and paint over it, it just removes the hole you just punched in the mask at that point. So if I were to paint over here, for instance, if I toggle to white, don't know how well you can see that, but over here I've got a big white hole. If I now toggle to black, to paint in black on top of black, I repair that hole. There you go. So being able to toggle backwards and forwards between black and white means if you make the worst possible mistake, toggle and you can just paint it away. So easy. The best of non-destructive editing. Actually, I quite like that little bright bit on her eye, but if I change over to a white brush and paint there, it's going to look really too bright. So I'm just going to get rid of it, and I'm going to paint it again with white, but I'm going to reduce the opacity of the brush. So let's take it down to about 18%, should be fine. Let's try that. Oh, that's easy. That's a little bit brighter. And I can go over it several times, gradually bring it up to the level that I want. I can even paint down the nose if I want to, onto the cheek, the brush a little bit bigger. So now I'm doing a bit of what's called dodging and burning. It's one way of doing it, there are other ways, but that's quite good. So in effect, all I've done really is brightened up one side of the face. I'm going to make a composite level that's composed of everything we've done so far, and we do that on a Mac by holding down the Option Shift Command E, and on a PC it will be Alt Shift Control E. And what it's done is created a layer on top which is a composite of everything below, so I can get rid of everything below because that one layer is an amalgamation of it all. If I turn it off, that's what we started out like. That was the original photo. That's the photo after the edit, courtesy of layer masks. Let's pick another one. What have we got here? Yeah, this is a good one. So this is a picture I took several years ago of the heavy metal rock band Saxon. This is their bass player, I think. That's not bass. No, that's not bass. That's lead guitar. And because it's shot on stage, one of the problems with stage and stage lighting is that lighting is very harsh. It creates very high contrasty shadows. So let's see whether we can do something about that. Just going to press Command or Control J a couple of times to create some duplicates, and I'm going to blend again the top layer with the layer beneath it using the screen mode, and that's brought some detail out. But actually some areas are now too bright, so we're going to use a layer mask to sort it out. I'm going to hold down the Option key on a Mac, Alt key on a PC, and click on the mask button. And that mask is, sorry, the blend mode is still there, but the black mask is hiding it. I'm painting over here with a white brush, and let's see if I can bring some detail. Let's push my opacity back up. It was down low from that last little bit of work we did. And look, I can now brighten up just the areas I want. So I'm just going to paint around there. If I do too much, then I just hit toggle X to paint in black. And actually what I'll do, I'll reduce my opacity so I can be more gradual in my process of darkening that down rather than do it all in one go. That's good. That's good. Okay. And I'm going to do that Option Shift Command E, which on a PC is Alt Shift Control E, to give myself a new comp layer. Comp. Whoops. There we go. I'm going to do a Command or Control J to create a copy of that. And now I'm going to blend these two using, where are we? Multiply. All right. So that looks pretty amazing. Going to click on the the mask button, but this time I'm not going to hold down the Alt or the Option. And what it's doing now, it's showing me just the layer it's on and hiding what's underneath. Now if I paint on that with black, which is the right one I should paint with, it'll punch through, and let's see what happens. Just going to make my brush a bit bigger. That's good, just bringing some detail back into there. Let's push my opacity up to 100 and do it again. There we go. Oops, I hit the wrong button by mistake. And then we'll just do his face. That hat thing he's got on. Maybe bring out some of the detail on the microphone. Okay, so now we've managed to put a really dark background behind him, but I think that it's probably too dark and I'd like to line it up a little bit. So I'm going to paint some of it away, but I'm going to reduce the opacity of my brush so that it's not overly dramatic, and it's going to be a big brush because I want the transition to be gradual. And here we go, here we go, look at this. Oh yeah, like this. Brush, where are you? There we go. And we do the same there, just there. Come on, there we are. Just to show a little bit of light going on in the background. That's good. That's good. And back up to 100% opacity of the brush. Just to make sure that I've not missed anything down here. I don't think I have. Around there, up there. Ah, that's better. That's better. So there's a little bit there I don't like, bit of overspill. So now again I'm going to create a composite of that. So that's on a Mac, that's Option Shift Command E, and on a PC that's Alt Shift Control E, and I've got another comp 2. Let's have a look at how this image started. Before, after. Can see much more on his face. Kind of like that. I might, do you know, I'm tempted to actually lighten up his top a bit. Let's do one more. And let's blend in with a screen mode. Gosh, look at that. That's so cool. And let's do Option or Alt. Mask. That didn't work. Don't know why, so I'm just going to hit Command or Control I on the mask to turn it black. That's good. And then I'm going to paint on that black mask with a white brush, because you always paint it in the opposite colour. Here we go. This is what I wanted. There we go. There we go. That's better. And the eyes. Yeah, that little thing there. Under the chin, under there. On that cheek. Okay, let's just take that opacity down a bit, so that's where it was. Let's take it to there. Yeah, that's good, that's good. I like that. Just want to make sure that I haven't accidentally brushed any on there and there, because they're very bright, so I'm going to change to black, paint on them, and we'll make one more comp. There we go. Let's do a before and after. Before, after. So much better. Well, you probably found that a little bit challenging keeping up with that, but do play it back as many times as you need to get your head around the way that layer masks work. Remember, the key maxim to just carry around in your head the whole time is, if your layer mask is black, paint with white. If your layer mask is white, you paint with black. Black layer masks hide the layer they're on. White layer masks hide everything beneath. If you've been watching this on some random part of the internet, check out the full 30 days of Photoshop at phototeacher.blog, and you can access all 30 days completely free of charge. If you'd like to find out about our workshops, and these are physical workshops in training rooms, then check out our website, which is gohsp.com. Obviously, HSP stands for Hampshire School of Photography. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow as we start digging deeper into layers.